whatever that happens to you is through your body perceptions only, right? Be it sleep. Even mind is a body, subtle body. The mind was absent. Still, the absence of the mind was felt by something else. Totally, I was not there. I had a very good sleep. Good sleep is equal to no center, centerless state. Who was the experiencer? Be it a waking state experience or a deep sleep experience that has happened to one. We have to say it has happened to one. It is not happening to anyone at all. Because your deep sleep state without a thought, her deep sleep state without a thought, my deep sleep state without a thought, all are same. Similarly, your taste also. Now the satsanga is going on. The things you receive, the things that become you, the tranquility or the stillness that is there in you, are they not same despite different bodies and names are given to them and sitting in different places here? This is what is consciousness. Totally immaterial. That which is immaterial is spiritual. Finished. That which is not formed out of any material, because materials become cause. Materials become causes for different formations, right? Here though there is no material at all. When a thing is not dependent on anything at all, does it have a cause? Does it have a cause? Tell me, does it have a cause? When a thing, when a state, not formed out of any materials, not dependent on anything at all for its existence, what is it? Original, true, true. Original, true means what? Without a cause also. Without a cause. There was no earlier cause for it to exist now. But for your thoughts, why are they here in you now? Why are they here? You thought about them. You identified them as you. You lived with them. And who is the questioner now? Same thoughts.
Usually I lived along with them, but when did I start living along with them? And I was not thoughtless. Where did the thought come first of all?
See, that is what here the origination of truth as well as the material plane manifestation also, you cannot question that at all. Because even Maya or this illusion was beginningless because you are not inquired into. See, let us take like this. Just before this 15 days satsang, what was your case? And now, today, what is your state of existence? Psychologically, you tell me. After 15 days, after the passage of 15 days in you, what is the state of your psychology? Where the transformation or the understandings have taken place in you. Tell me. What is it now you have after 15 days? What is it that has happened in you? Tell me. Before 15 days, you were clouded enormously, right? After 15 days, what has happened? Most of the clouds have vanished, right? Most of the clouds have vanished. Is it true or not? No more, henceforth, you can fall into that 15 days ago, the state. You can fall into that state, right? You cannot be confused with the same things now, right? What has happened in you? 15 days ago, you were like that. Now, during these 15 days, what has happened in you? Constantly, you were actually parallelly investigating within yourself. A boy who has passed 4th standard now, who is in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, for him, now the 4th standard problems are all nothing. What has happened in him qualitatively, you tell me? What has happened in him? If his brother, who is now studying the 4th standard, the elder boy is now in the 8th standard, and the younger boy is in the 4th standard. If he comes up with this finding difficult, tackling that problem, doing that sum, if he approaches the elder brother, what is his state of mind and what the younger brother's state of mind? Tell me. What has happened in that? Was it real? The elder boy, who was also in the 4th standard, the same difficulty he also faced. He was finding everything difficult. Now he has come out of it. At that time, at that point in time, it was difficult, right? Now while doing 8th standard, has it not gone non-existent now totally? What is this clarity? Where has it happened? You tell me. It is like distant, the clouds which were covering the sun, they all vanished and the light is shedding, no? Absolutely. Has it not happened? So at a stage we were clouded. We have been telling, I don't know what is this. I don't see anything at all. Everything is dark here. So that time, that cloud or the coverage or the Maya was existing, right? What was the statement reveals? If I say, I don't know what this satsang is, I don't get all these things. What does it say? What does that statement say? You are confused, you are clouded. That means Maya is existing. You are not taken interest in looking at things at all. Why has it happened? Can you give me an answer? It cannot be answered at all. Why so many people are not attending? Why so many people are indifferent? Why? Which power is veiling them? This is what the Lord says in this sloka. This sloka he says, all the 3 gunas have arisen in me, arisen from me. And out of the interactions of these 3 gunas constantly in the consciousness, forms are getting produced. Forms go on changing. Constantly forms are getting changed, produced, changed, appears, they appear, disappear in time. And this interaction never ceases. Just like 4th standard is always there, 5th standard is always there, 6th standard is always there. The batches of boys, they go on ascending to the next stages and they go out of the school. School remains still. Right? 40 boys who have occupied the previous year, the 4th standard, now they have gone to the 5th standard. Now new set has come.
So this has been always in existence.
This has been always going on throughout millennium.
It will be going on.
It will be no end because there is no end to it on its own, but awakened consciousness comes here. Someone with these questions, who probes, who investigates, for him it opens up. Maya comes to an end for the inquirer, for the investigator. It doesn't happen for anyone and everyone. It continues. It wails. His eyes alone are removed with the veil. It is not happening for anyone and everyone because he has learned out of those vasanas, registrations. He has authentically started inquiring within.
When he talks about Pralaya and Mahapralaya, what is that?
That is, see, Pralaya is taking place on the individual level. Individual level.
Not on the whole level.
Not on the whole level. But individual level, it is happening on all the moments. No one can stay put in a particular position continuously at all. He has to march ahead. Either the boy passes that fourth standard or fails in that fourth standard, he is made to repeat that fourth standard again. Again next year he goes to fifth standard. Only two answers. Either again he is given the same lessons. If you don't move on, even in the karma, you have to move on. Everything moves.
Karma goes back also, no? From human birth you go back to even an animal.
That is why here it is a very big class. You may become one insect. The very next birth may be a mosquito for some hours. The mosquito that we are killing now, we will become mosquitoes for some successive births. Because it is the play of the gunas. Prakriti is formed out of manifestation. Prakriti means manifestation. Manifestation is formed out of the interaction of the gunas, three gunas. Rajasa guna, Tamasa guna, Sattviya guna. This is the content of the consciousness. One has to come to this origin. If one asks, what is the origin? I am formed out of gunas. What are gunas? That are displayed through my expressions, my living, my way, the way in which I talk, the way in which I perceive a thing, the way in which I, through my sensory organs, I perceive the experiences. I conclude, I decide, I modify. All these things are happening because of the gunas. And the gunas, you have taken them to be with your own orientations, right? Likes and dislikes. The interaction of gunas are always happening, but the inquirer alone sees the truth of this. I am not actually the enjoyer or anything. The gunas make me to undergo experiences. I am not the experiencer at all. This truth, out of inquiry, out of investigation, out of attending the satsangas, he comes to realize this fact. It is not this body or even the mind. They are made to act because of the past registration, and those registrations were made out of the interactions of the gunas, and those gunas I got identified with them as my center. I liked some things, I disliked many things. Like this, good, bad, all the things got registered in me, and those things again come in circles, and they are my life. This fact he comes to be aware. A railway station is not bothered about whether the goods train pass or several express trains pass. It is not bothered about anything at all in this cosmos. It is simply a passage. It is there. Everlastingly it is there as a station. Even it is totally a discarded railway station, no problem.
These are the three gunas.
This is what he says. You see, beautifully it is there. See, all the three gunas interact, and out of them, out of their interactions, all the manifestations are.
Why did he have 3 gunas? He would have had only 1 guna, another sattvic guna is enough.
No, it is not he or thing. This is how intelligence is. Intelligence. The moment magnetism is charged into the iron, it becomes a magnet. No more simple iron. It gains the power of attraction. All the iron objects. In the same way, consciousness attracts gunas. The moment we call space, it cannot be empty at all. It is full of air, it is full of charged particles. For human eye, it is not perceivable. But the truth is, it is filled. For us, we say it is an empty space. But it is not so. The same way, consciousness, by its very nature, it is filled with these interactions of 3 gunas. See, according to their the capacity of covering light, the capacity of the gradations of the revelation of the light in it, and total revelation of the total light, according to this only they say how it is actually categorized. Why tamas, rajas, sattvic? They are all in relation to the original light of the consciousness. See, if it is many millions of light years away, the star is there, how the light will be? Very vague. Very vague. But some other star which is very nearer to our earth, how it shines, how it twinkles. So according to the distance, inherently consciousness is light itself. When the consciousness is covered with a very powerful opaque substance, it is tamas.
It is?
Tamas guna. Tamasa guna. Tamas is inertia itself.
Yeah.
See, when you take yourself to be the body, assume. There are many kinds of people live here, this earth. Most of them are body oriented. Body oriented means they get up, they use themselves as the physical body only. So what is animals? What are animals? Animals are nothing but bodies. They are not sensitive to intellect, because intellect itself is non-existent. There is no subtle body at all. Only instincts are the subtle body. Instincts are grossified actually as that physical body in animals. So they have no escape at all. That is why they are called animals. People abuse if someone behaves like an animal. No? Are you a dog? Are you a cow? What are you? Don't you have any sense? Don't you listen to me what I say? Why are they compared with animal? Because they are tamasic. Tamasic in nature, fully opaque, fully clouded covered. Now no light is allowed inside. In human beings also, don't we see people like this? Full of tamasic guna, only eating, sleeping, lethargy.
Higher consciousness also has this tamasic. Higher consciousness also has this tamasic guna in it.
No. See, in relation to pure consciousness only we talk.
Yeah.
How the gunas are arranged or how the gunas form themselves. There is the pure light. As I said, a distant star twinkles very lightly. Very near star, brightly it shines. The same way, Sattvic guna is almost identical with consciousness itself. It's full of light. Full of light. In our subtle body also, in our mind, in our sensitivities, in our understanding, in our deep way of investigation, all these things, you can make your intellect very sharp, razor-like. What satsans do? Satsans give this clarity. Clarity is light itself. Clarity is consciousness itself. That is what we saw the other day in Tirumandram. Ullam telindarku Jeevan Sivalingam. Telindarku means the one who is completely clarified in his whole being. He himself is the Lord Shiva. He is no different from Lord Shiva. He is Lord Shiva because Satvika Bhava, Sutta Manam. That is what they say. Shuddha Manas, pure Manas. Without anything at all, no blemishes, nothing to see, nothing to look, nothing to get. These are all very distant stars. Okay, it doesn't shine at all. The most farthest star doesn't shine at all. That is what is tamas. That is also formed out of the consciousness in relation to its distance. Consciousness is the center. Out of its farthest exterior circle is tamas. No fixed orbit. Okay, anything may overlap anywhere. All these three orbits, you take consciousness to be the sun in the center, and these three gunas are automatically created. If you take consciousness to be the center, directions are created. For anything and everything, consciousness is the center. It is not on the surface. That is pure light. Light itself. Not even sattvic. Sattvic is a sort of clarification to the highest level. No more separate container at all. There is no separate individual at all. Because he has seen through within that there exists no separate space or time at all. So there cannot be an existence of thinking process or thoughts. This has been seen through in him. His mind he is no more with mind. This is called Suddha Manas, though for communication purpose, this is Atman itself, this is consciousness itself, light itself. So on the farthest exterior orbit is the tamas itself, because total darkness. So beyond this solar family, what is simply enmeshed in darkness. Total obliteration, complete darkness. In the same way, those who live from an atom to even to a human being, totally the human being is also inertia only. But out of this rarefication of this vasanas, the clan, the registrations are all, he is going on investigating about his registrations. Day in and day out, he lives only to investigate what is the truth in all these things. Why thoughts are fundamentally here. Why they rule me. This is what investigation or inquiry takes one to become that light itself. So farthest exterior is tamas. Next stage is oscillation itself. Rajasa means oscillation. What is it? Intellect. Sometimes body, sometimes light chit emanations, intelligence, consciousness also sheds its light. So always perplexed, in a hurry, state of agitation, seeking, doing something to achieve, not knowing what it is, why it is, how it is, trying to become something always, to know, to reach, to gain, to become, to see, to acquire, to reject. This is a state of oscillation, confusion, full of confusion. Full of confusion. This is Rajasa Guna. Guna means quality, without a form. In the seed or in the eggs, all the eggs on the outer surface appears to be white, oval shaped there. It may contain a cobra seed, or it may contain some other a very good dove. Who knows? At the outside, they are all the same. Similarly, in seeds also, it may be a tree full of thorns, very lengthy thorn, poisonous trees, or it may be a very good mango tree, sweet mango tree. They look to be hard, but when it is sowed with all the 5 basic elements, it interacts, it germinates. Similarly, as one inquires, as one goes towards his own origins, that is the only route path, no other path. 2 days ago I was talking about Na Anya Panta Ayanaya Vidyate, like that it comes in Purusha Sukta. There are no other routes to reach this. Na Anya Panta Ayanaya Vidyate. To travel, to tread this path, there are no other routes, only going inwards. Investigating your own roots. The roots of ignorance are the roots of wisdom. You inquire anything, okay. That is the only route. Na Anya Panta Ayanaya Vidyate. Panta means route. There are no other routes at all to reach that place. So go within. That is what the Purusha Suktam says. Here Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, here in this, all these 3 gunas are also arising out of consciousness. But they are constantly interacting. Because it is the power of the consciousness make them to interact. It is not on their own, they are tamas. We call some people good. Is a good person. What is the meaning of that? Tell me.
More a sattvic.
Huh?
More a sattvic.
Sattvic, you are defining about the nature. What is the expression that goodness gives? What is the expression? Not doing anything at all. A kind of isolation, reservedness, right? Quiet, no movement, right? At easeness, nothing to complain. If you go on define what is the goodness, you will go on adding only these things. He cannot think ill of others. He never says lies. He never lies. He always do charity. So many things he will say for and against. But in that person, all these are becoming as the central guna, right? A good man is a good man, a benevolent man. All these things attribute to that central guna of that person. Here, what the Lord says is, gunas themselves have no structure of their own. Because consciousness is there, because that central light is there as a sun, these are all getting formed constantly. They interact. In their interactions, the universe is created. There is no universe at all. When gunas themselves are inertia, they don't have a substance in them. How can the things that have arisen out of that gunas interactions can gain a separate substantiality? Down the order, right from consciousness, the next level, right from sattvic guna, down to the finest energy or force or a dust or a particle, everything is inertia. They don't have substance at all. They don't have any substance at all. If in these layers, in all these layers, if some being directly searches for me, that is consciousness itself, not getting caught in any of these levels at all, not branding himself in any of these levels, not labeling himself in any of these levels. If he searches for me, only for me, where is pure intelligence in all these things? This is the one question you should go ask. What is investigation? Where is real intelligence in all these things? You may be called a good person or a bad person. You are not caught in good and bad now. You are asking, who is the holder of that good title or the bad title? What is that intelligence or non-intelligence? What is there here fundamentally? The truest thing, the most truthful thing, the original, that without a cause. All these gunas have their causes only as consciousness is their cause. That means universe also, interactions of gunas are only as universe. Universe also has a cause only as intelligence. You also have consciousness as the intelligence source. Cause. Only cause is consciousness. Effect is universe, effect is human being, effect is an atom. Everything is an effect. The whole manifestation is an effect. The cause of this whole manifestation is only that. If any of these manifested consciousnesses, partial consciousnesses, or the reflected consciousnesses, out of their past registrations earned very good karmas in treading this path, in investigating this truth, that gains some, that is graced by that, it starts revealing to them and it starts absorbing them as their own. That consciousness itself bestows, opens, reveals its light and makes the inquiry fruitful and absorbs that soul in it.